All right, Shalom. Giving all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash. Dear wonders to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. And as always, peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth. Just as a quote from the Proverbs, pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty look before a fall. Now, your man DJ Trump, he's been making a big mess, since he's gotten in office, signing all these things away. Which, one of the things about Esau is he gets off on basically, stirring the pot, taking control, seizure of power, those are the type of things that, gets Esau off. So Donald Trump right now, he's making a big stir, since he's gotten in. It's been, I'll say what's today? The 27th. So it's officially been a whole week, since he's gotten in, since he's been sworn in, which, that day, was one big ritual. They did it right up under the apotheosis, basically trying to consecrate him as some type of, demigod. So, the pride is through the roof right now. He believes that the powers that be that's, using him, they're going to be successful. And so right now, Trump is making things happen, but he's also backtracking on things as well. Like one of the things that he said that he would do was try to withdraw the U.S. from under the WHO. And come to find out, he's second guessing it, and as if, he might, because he knows better, he's not gonna, they're gonna eventually, show him, don't get too beside yourself, because don't forget who's pulling your strings. All right. At the end of the day, the New World Order is priority. So, I wouldn't waste my breath, on this, WHO situation. All right. But, I'm responding to this little video clip. This is from George Galloway, where he's, talking about, a couple of things that he already done, that's considered, not good, for the public of America, especially when it comes to, trade, those Latin American countries, we've always depended on, certain goods to be imported from these countries. And now, because they're refusing to allow America to dump, migrants, because they sent a couple military planes with deportees on them, and they tried to land them in Colombia and in Mexico, and both of them said, "Nah, you got the game all twisted. You're not going to use us as a dumping ground." So because of that, Trump is threatening tariffs on both of them. And that's going to cause a mess. Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all listen, real quick. There's only like 2 minutes, 20 seconds, and then we'll get a few scriptures.
Distinctly under the weather tonight. In fact, I've got a massive dose of what some people inexplicably call man flu. I think it's the real thing, but some of my family may well have think differently. But that means the guests, and you, the callers, will be sharing most of the burden this evening. My monologue cannot be at full power and probably won't last as long as usual. You wouldn't want me dissolving in a fit of coughs. But I do have to set the scene about the multiple failures in the approach to international questions of the incoming Donald Trump administration. Just in the last hour, he has slapped comprehensive sanctions on the state of Colombia in South America because they refused his unilateral attempt to land two military aeroplanes full of deportees in their country without so much as a by your leave. Now,
Yeah, in other words, this was a unilateral action, on the American part where you're doing something that affects one side without, getting permission from the other side. That's unilateral. And when you do that, countries, you know, they tend to, look at you with less diplomacy, if you will. Like, that's not diplomatic, you know, and that sours relations when you do such actions. In the U.S., especially under Trump, during his first administration, he was moving very unilaterally, and it was making more and more enemies in foreign countries. And the more you do that, the more you isolate yourself. Nobody wants to really conduct business and be diplomatic, concerning you. All right. And all this is going to cause is for more other countries who might even be neutral, like some of these Latin American countries, they might jump ship and be like, you know what? Hey, BRICS, hey, can we get an application, man? We getting sick and tired of this whore over here, man. And that's going to be the growing sentiment. All right. I'm going to the prophecy in Obadiah, how the Lord said he would make Esau small among the heathen. Obadiah 1. I'll read a verse 1, but the verse 2 is the point. Matter of fact, I'll read down the actual, I'll just read down to verse 4. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle, which ultimately is going to happen during the war of Armageddon. All right, everybody's going to be turned against the great whore, which is ruled and controlled by Esau, and also the land of Israel, controlled by Amalek. All right. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. And the number of enemies is constantly increasing exponentially for Babylon and Israel. So it's just going to continue to grow and escalate. All right. And when they look back, they're going to notice that all we have now. So now it's just going to be, Babylon and Amalek, back to back with each other against the world. It says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's, Trump is the representation of that spirit here in Babylon. Yeah, he when he made that speech, and you looked in the background and you saw the eagle facing them swords, and then you had this devil come out and playing with, dancing with the sword. That was very significant. They don't do nothing by coincidence. The symbology and all that. It's all significant. All right. And these devils really believe that they're gonna, dwell forever, like it says in Psalms 49. So their pride is getting the best of them. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. All right. And like I started off quoting the proverb, pride goeth before destruction and the haughty look before a fall. So Trump is finna muddy it up, for Babylon. Even after all the damage has been done, from the previous administration, they just throw each other alley-oops, you know, to further bring deterioration on this system. All right, on both sides of the spectrum, whether it's through the Democratic side or the Republican side. The goal is still the same thing, even though they take two opposing approaches. All right, that's why the prophecy calls this place a beast, having two horns like a lamb and speaking as a dragon. And Trump right now, he's speaking as that dragon right now, especially against the tribes, or the Northern Kingdom to be exact. So now you got a Latin American country that he's now threatening with tariffs, sanctions. So what is that going to do? That's going to up the prices on the goods that we import from those countries. I believe in Colombia, we get cut flour, we get crude oil, we get coffee. So you're going to be paying a higher tax on those goods now, and crude oil. We know that down there in South America, Colombia, Venezuela, that's the tribe of Asher down there. They're sitting on a bunch of oil. All right. Matter of fact, one of the ways we know that the people down there is Asher, because when you go to was it Deuteronomy 33? And one of the things mentioned about Asher was that they would dip their feet in oil. It is Deuteronomy 33 and 24 says, and of Asher he said, let Asher be blessed with children, let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let him dip his feet or foot in oil. Thy shoes shall be iron and brass, and as thy days, so shall thy strength be. So they got, a lot of mineral resources down there as well. It's pretty rich down there, even though there's third world conditions because Jake is under the curse down there. All right. They are, iron down there. I think we get, if I'm not mistaken, it's either down there or Mexico where we get, our grains and our cereals, which, a lot of cereals have iron in it. All right. So, Esau, he's going to, he's going to make it hot for everybody, just through their unilateral decisions. All right. So let's finish this up and then we'll get a few more and close out.
Colombian government will not be allowed to enter the United States, and 25% tariffs have been slapped on all imports from Colombia. And this just a day after an attempt was made to do the same thing in Mexico, an altogether bigger enchilada, if you'll forgive the pun. Mexico is a very large and important country, both in the Americas and throughout the global South. It has a highly respected, democratically elected, unimpeachable woman president.
Yeah, you got a small hat bitch. All right. That's over Mexico right now. All right. So you already know, all right? That's gonna have consequences, because we do need Mexico for trade as well. All right, you get a lot of your fruits like your strawberries, your avocados. We get bell peppers. All those type of goods from Mexico. Okay, You get vehicle parts from Mexico. You know, we get grains from Mexico. You get air conditioners from Mexico. All these different things manufactured in Mexico. So I'm pretty sure those are going to be taxed as well. So you're going to see the prices going up on all these different things that we purchase. So this food Trump already making a mess, and he's only a week in. All right, so that's why George Galloway, he's naming it the Big Enchiladas. Okay, they're instrumental in American trade relations, with Latin America, and then this fool is acting like he's gonna do something over the Panama Canal, and Russia, they sent the kite back like, hey, we get it, you want to try to restore peace in the world and try to stop wars, but this ain't how it's gonna work. If that's your goal, this ain't one of those things. So there's gonna be tension over the Panama Canal. So it's already starting, man. But that's why the scriptures say, pride go before a fall, man. And let me go to Isaiah 19, because he's moving like the tyrant he said we said he would be. Talking about DJ Trump. Isaiah 19 and verse 4, and it says, and the Egyptians, and America is modern day Egypt, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. And he's moving fierce right now. All these legislations, executive orders being signed, so it's that seizure of power that gets him off. All you got to do is just sign with a pen, and he seizes all this power and authority. Okay. And let me jump down, because, whoever is advising him, he's being advised wrong already. This is verse 11, and I'm going to read down to 14. It says, surely the princes of Zoan, these were ancient cities of Egypt, right, are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh has become brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, I'm the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings? Where are they? Where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know that the Lord of hosts hath purposed upon Egypt. The princes of Zoan are become fools. The princes of Noph are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof. The Lord have mingled a perverse spirit, basically a spirit of confusion in the midst thereof. And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. And due to these devils being overconfident, so the decisions that they're making, they're very pompous. I think it's only going to work one way for themselves. But all it's going to do is just cause, further self-destruction. Just straight up folly, man. But that's all good, because it's gonna just further speed up the process of this place falling. Like it says in Jeremiah, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Let every man forsake her and flee every man to his own country, because you don't want to be partakers of what's getting ready to happen with this place. All right. So this is what's going down right now. Okay. And your man Trump, he's showing his ass right now, And right now the tribes, they it's like as if they wanted to rebel, like they want to stir up that revolutionary spirit, but you got certain Jake with that colonial, Edomite supremacist mindset. So they're not really having no compassion for the northern tribes that this happening to. But uh, when this devil shows his horns to everybody, including Judah, all right, then that's when you're gonna start to see it. You know, the tribes officially coming together. You're gonna start to see that. That we know mainly the true unity is gonna be in this truth of ours, in the faith. But on the outside, Jake is gonna be getting oppressed together, so it's gonna force them to have to work together. You know. But yeah, Trump he's already showing out, man, and I applaud it. Go hard, man, go hard in the paint. Bring this place completely down. Because like this, like the prophecy said, you're gonna come down with great wrath, knowing that he have but a short time. And when you do things so quickly, you do it, you end up being sloppy. So we encourage Trump to keep this momentum going. All right, don't even stop, man. All right, stir it up, because the Most High ultimately, he's gonna stir it up. Was that Proverbs 16? The heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord. Let me get that, because the Lord, he's the one that's putting that perverse spirit in the midst. So he's ultimately putting the things in the president's mind. Proverbs 21:1, it says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, and as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. To show you that you don't do nothing of yourself. Ultimately it's the Most High who wills. Man's goings are of the Lord. How then can a man understand his own way? So the Most High ultimately is using this devil to stir the pot. All right. And all we can do is just sit back and be on our watch, as the scripture commands us. To be, stand on the watchtower and watch. And yeah, man. So basically later on this year, you're gonna start to see those effects once again, because we've already been affected, by inflation due to what the previous administration was doing, right? Sending all this aid, overseas to Ukraine and Israel, to help exceed their military complex, and supporting all these different wars, that's taking place, these proxies. But what Trump is doing is no better. You're gonna put tariffs on everybody. You're just gonna force the prices and taxes of goods that we use to continue to go up. So nobody ain't gonna be able to afford a damn thing. So ultimately it's gonna lead to civil unrest. All right, civil unrest. The state of disorder, and we know Trump is dying to force his hand, his executive hand, so that he can use military force on the people, like he's doing right now with the northern tribes. Ultimately, they're going to try to establish law and order, all across. Then it's going to get serious. So, yeah, man. let's keep going, Nero. Let's keep going, man. So, hey, with that, I'm gonna close. I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom.